Hi everybody, this is Alessandra Ziviani coming to you live from CPAC. Today we are going to be, I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to put your hair up if you're going to have to use a wig on stage. So with this lovely cinnamon bun that's on my hair right now, this is called a pin curl, and this is what we're going to be doing to our hair to prep it to be able to put the wig on top. So I just want to let you know I have a foundation on my face right now because I'm going to be doing a little bit of an eye after I get my hair prepped. The order that you really should do this in is that you should always prep your hair first and then put your makeup on. Not your wig. Prep your hair, do your makeup, then put your wig on last. This is to ensure that you don't mess your makeup up while you're putting your hair up, and also that you don't get makeup into your wig prematurely, because it's kind of It's kind of hard to get the makeup. I mean, you can add a synthetic hair. Depending what color the hair is, it can be difficult to get the makeup out. So, unless you have wig cleaner. So what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you the pin curls. I've done a couple in the back because it does take a while, especially if you're not used to doing it. So I've just kind of cut it in half. That's also why I have my foundation on, so that we can cut a little bit of time off of the video. But typically you would want to have a clean face before you do this. So the whole concept of pin curls is to act as like a pin cushion almost to anchor your wig. So what you're making is you're making these little kind of puff balls of your own hair so that when you actually put your wig cap net on and then your wig, you have an anchor to pin your wig into that it's not going to go anywhere. It also helps by, hi mom, it also helps with the process of flattening your hair down to your skull, so that your wig doesn't look weirdly bumpy in one space or another space, like you have a growth coming out of your head. So you're trying to evenly space these pin curls throughout your head, so that you're actually kind of making just this anchor for your wig to go on. So what I'm going to do, I've started with this one. It's really important to have pin curls up at the front of your face when you're deciding where to place because you decide where to place your pin curls. And depending on what type of wig you have, that is also some consideration. I have two types of wigs today. I have one that has bangs, and then I have one that has a very, we call it just, we just call it, it's a very kind of just blunt hairline. And they're not super expensive wigs. They're synthetic wigs, so you really want to do you have to be extra careful to mask this. Now, if you're getting like a fancy wig that is human hair with a lace front that you spirit gum down, you don't have to necessarily be as worried about little hairs flying out. But we just have the cheapy wigs, so that's what we're working with. That's the budget. So here we go. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to continue on this side. And so what I'm trying to do, especially for the blunt wig that I have, the blunt hairline wig, is I'm trying to give myself a hand later on by pulling as much hair as I can up from my hairline. These wispies will get later with hairspray. What you need for this, you need a kind of a water bottle this is just water, and then hairspray and lots of bobby pins. And this normally comes with wigs, or you can buy it, at any drugstore. It's just a wig cap, and we're going to use this later. So I want to place this pin curl kind of right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm starting this twisting motion. I'm making it really tight. I'm going to take my water, and I'm going to wet my strand of hair right here. Get it wet, because it's going to set better when it's wet. Hi, Linda. How are you? So here we go. I'm spinning it. I'm kind of twirling it, turning it, pulling it tight, because I really want to make sure that I'm getting it away from my real hairline. So I have it, and then I have this little bit at the end, but that's okay. You're gonna have this little kind of non-twirled bit, but we're gonna tuck it into the pin curl. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going from this base, and I wanna place this pin curl right here, kind of right next to, away from my hairline. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it, and and this kind of is, you know, takes some time to get used to. It's kind of like twirling a garden hose a little bit. And I can't really look at it, I have to feel, but you're going around in a circle with your hair, just kind of like that. And you're trying to make this little cinnamon bun of a curl. Now, I have it there, it's pretty tight. I'm pushing it against my skull. So now I'm taking a bobby pin and I'm opening it up like this. Now what we're gonna do to make a hard secure is you only need 2 to get it really secure, and you can take your hand away. So I'm gonna make an X. So I'm kind of feeling around for where I feel like it's the least secure. So which is right here. So I'm going through the whole pin curl so you can see it. I've gone through the entire thing. So now I'm gonna come at it from a different angle, opening that. And I'm gonna come this way, and I'm gonna push it down, and you know, if you're not scraping your skull a little bit with this, unfortunately, you're not doing it correctly. It's called hitting pay dirt. You know, you are gonna scrape the side of your head, and it is slightly painful, but you know, the show must go on. So here we go. So I've kind of split my hair. I have some pin curls in the back, these back two. Now I kind of just did them. I just did them to save some time, but also I don't have a short wig that's gonna expose my neck, so I don't really have to worry about the quality of these right here. Now, if you do have a short wig where you're gonna see your neck and you want to make sure that your back neck wispies are fully covered, you will probably need to enlist the assistance of somebody in your cast, your stage manager, your makeup artist, your director, whoever, to help you tame the wispies. So I'm just here and going. I've got this section of my hair right now, and I'm gonna put this pin curl up on here because I want an anchor on the back of my head too, for if I'm moving around, so I can get it real anchored in there. So I'm just gonna get my water again and take this strand of hair and get it wet. And then I'm gonna start twirling it, rolling it, just like that. And you know, when you have to wear a wig, you definitely want to get to the theater earlier than your call time. I always do, just because sometimes you do your pin curls better than one day than the other day. Sometimes the bobby pins aren't cooperating. You want to give yourself at least a good half hour to, if you have hair like mine that is thick and I have a lot of hair, you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time so that you're not, you know, stressed out and, you know, your hair is not up and your makeup's not on, and, you know, they've called the house is open and you're like, I'm not ready. So it's definitely better, if you do have to wear an intense wig and you want to do this correctly, that you get to the theater at least half an hour before your original call, just so you can feel at ease, because the hair can be stressful. Sometimes the hairspray is not working right. Your hair is not cooperating. So I have this last strand right here. And what I'm going to do with this strand is I'm trying to feel around. I'm actually going to pop it just kind of next to this other one that's on the back side. So just in this little area. So I'm just going to spray it again with some water. Yep, just like that. And I'm twisting and I'm twirling. Some things to think about with your wigs as well is that you can also style your wigs. I wouldn't recommend this unless you've researched it a little bit. With synthetic wigs, you need to use synthetic hairspray on them to set them. Otherwise, if you use regular hairspray, you have the potential to really damage your synthetic wig. You always want to do that, any kind of styling of your wigs on a mannequin head. And typically your theater will have that kind of stuff. If not, you can always get one on Amazon. So here we go. I'm going to just show you this side of my head. So that's pretty much it. I've got these 2 pin curls back here, this little one, and I like what's going on right here. I feel really secure, and I feel like this is a good spot to anchor the side of my wig when I put it on. And I'm feeling like everything's pretty flattened down. I'm going to do this side, and then we're going to go in and I'm going to hairspray everything and push stuff up into the pin curls. And then I'll put the netting on. So here we go. Now, what I want for here, I want to kind of mirror it here. I want a pin curl here. I want a pin curl here. I want one up here to secure. And then I'll probably need one back here, back behind my ear a little bit. And I have enough hair for that. So this is a pretty big strand. If your hair is thin, I'm also doing this for a little bit of quickness, because if I did thin pin curls like this, these little ones, we would be here forever. Which, you know, for the next week when I am going to put a bald cap on, I might need to be doing smaller pin curls because I need a smoother look for my bald cap. Okay, so I'm just going to wet this here, wet the roots, wet the base, and I'm just spinning around, and I'm making sure that I'm looking at my hairline and really trying to pull as much hair away from my natural hairline as possible so that it's more concealed when I get the wig on, my hair. Okay, so here we go. She's rolling. All right, so now I have this big old rope of my hair, and I'm twirling it around, and I've got a lot of the end of my hair, but I'm sticking it underneath the pin curl. So now I'm just going to secure it. And this one's a bigger strand of hair, so I might need a couple more bobby pins than just 2, but I'm going to see what I can do. Here we go. Making an X, scratching my skull. Here we go. I'm just going to stick this one in here. Okay. So that's pretty good, and that's going to be a good anchor. You can see that right there. I kind of want this to go down a little bit so that it's not the pin's not sticking up this way. That's going to pop through my wig, because if your bobby pins are sticking straight up, they will poke through your wig, which you don't want. So here I'm pulling as much as I can away from my natural hairline. And I'm just picking this next strand. This is the piece of hair I'm going to use now. So here we go. I'm just spraying it with some water, spraying my face with water, which is again why you don't want to do what I did. I'm just doing this for saving time, but you don't want to put your base makeup on first. You want a clean face, so you don't wipe anything off. But for the miracle of television, I am cheating. Here we go. And now I'm taking my rope. And you know, this side, it's funny because this side is so much easier for me to do in terms of rolling my pin curls. You know, that's the other thing too. When you're starting this and you've never done it before, it's not a natural process. You know, your hands are up in the air for an extended period of time. Your hands do get tired. It's like a pin curl workout. So here we go. Hold on a second. Get that in and down. And I've crossed the 2 pins so that they're an X. And there we go. That's that one. And now I'm almost done here. I think I only have one more strand of hair, which is great. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to wet this last strand of hair. And again, these strands are a little bit they're a little bit big for me, what I'm doing, but because of the type of wig I have, I don't really need to worry about it. Because it's going to be hidden. So now if I was using a shorter, like a shorter, I'm using a long-haired wig, both of them. So if I was using like a shorter wig that maybe came to here, I'd probably put more pin curls on just to give it a flatter look on the top of my head. And I'm just going to roll this and keep rolling this little end. Got a lot still. Take it up and pin it down. All right, hold on a second. Get her pinned down. And it's always a good feeling once you get all your hair up. You're like, yes, finally got it all up. So now you can go back. All my hair is up, and I've got some wisps and stuff, but this is where you can go now that your hair is actually secured onto your head. This is where you're gonna come back in with a few other pins, and you're just gonna kind of, you know, head rock, head bash, head bang, that's the word. Your head around so that you can feel what is loose and what's not loose and what needs maybe a little bit more securing or not. Yeah, head bang. No. Here we go. So I'm just feeling around. I'm just feeling for loose places, and I'm just dropping a bobby pin in there. Now I'm going to come in with my hairspray. Now, hairspray etiquette in a green room. Hairspray etiquette is please, please, please don't use hairspray at your makeup table when you have other cast members around. Some people have asthma, some people are allergic. It's also just, if you don't have any of the things, the smell of hairspray is really astringent and irritating to people. I don't have to worry because nobody's in the makeup room with me right now. So I am going to spray it, but typically you'd want to walk to a more ventilated place, maybe even outside, to apply your hairspray. It's etiquette. So here we go. I'm just gonna get in there with a hairspray, and what I'm gonna do here is, you see my wisps right next to my ear. I'm gonna spray them like that. Try to like push them down. Yep, get that in there. And see, I have some bobby pins that are not cooperating, so I'm going to stick that bobby pin back in. And I'm in my back of my hair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feel, and now if I had a friend, I could utilize my friend to tell me if I got everything. So I'm going to just pull my wisps up where I feel like they might be falling down, and just spray it. There we go. She got hairspray. All right. Now, from this point, this is where you would apply your wig cap. Now, I'm going to take my rings off because I don't want to tear my wig cap. So hold on a second. I'm just taking my rings off because they are a little delicate. So this is a wig net. This is the next step. So it's open at the top, and there's this, this kind of a border here. So what I'm going to do is, we're doing it like this. We're going to go over our head like that. And what I like to do is use my forehead as leverage. And right now I'm moving my head forward. I'm actually pushing my head towards the cell phone that I'm using to talk to you live from. And then I just kept extending my hands out to get it over my head. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it up, get this little wispy thing out of here. This thread, I'm going to tuck it in. It's not coming. So I'm pushing. Now I have it around, and I want to just really kind of hair net like lunch lady hair net my hair back. So just like that. And there's an opening up here. You can leave it open. My hair is pretty secured. I'm just getting some of the hair from the back of my head under the netting. And I'm just feeling for it. Again, if I had a friend, I could ask my friend, did I get all my hair underneath the cap? So here we go. So now I have that, and you don't have to close this. Some people like to put a little knot and close it. You don't have to do that, but you can. But however you feel. I just find it's easier to take off when I just have it like this. Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty happy with the way my hair is looking. I don't really like this, but this is also a problem of mine. I have this hair here, so I'm gonna try to spray it down with a little bit more hairspray and tuck it under. And also what I'm gonna do at this point, now you have to secure the netting as well. So I'm taking another bobby pin, and I'm starting at this place that is a problem spot, and I'm actually taking the netting and I'm kind of doing a dip down, and then I'm gonna come back up in that kind of motion. So I'm almost like I'm coming down and up, almost like a needle. You poke in, you bring it back up, so that it's a real tight, kind of secure thing, so that I know my wig cap's not going to come off. And I'm just going to do that around the base of this border that the wig cap provides me. So I'm going down and up into my hair, up into some of the pin curls. So it's really acting already as an anchor. And this is in case, you're doing this, you're anchoring this down so securely because, a lot of times, especially the shows that require people to wear funny wigs, are pretty physical shows. So you might be bouncing around, running around. And the worst thing is to have your wig pop off of your head while you're on stage. I mean, the worst best thing, right? Because then you have a story for the rest of your life. My gosh. So here we go. I'm going to do this here now again, too. So I'm going down and I'm going back up into my pin curl. If you saw that motion, I'll do it again because I'm going to do it for the other ones. And I'm just really creating like a nice tucked in kind of feel. So I'm taking the wig cap, and I'm in the wig cap right now. So I'm just coming down, and then I'm coming back up into the pin curl, just like that. And I'm going to do it up here. Go down, and I have it in the netting, and now I'm just going to push it back up into that pin curl, and you can see how it does that. We're not going to worry about that right now because that's going to be covered by my wig. I'm going to make it be covered by my wig. And I'm just going to secure this last point over here. And now I'm just kind of feeling around. Right now I'm also feeling around to see if I have any pins that are kind of pushing out too far. I'm just touching my hair and I'm seeing, oh, are there any pins that are gonna, and there's one back here, that are gonna cause a problem that might poke out of my actual wig. So I have a really fun wig since it's still Pride. I have this rainbow wig. So I'm gonna put that on in a second, but I'm gonna finish my eyes. So I'm gonna do a really quick eye here. Something that's fun that's gonna go with my wig, which has every color, so I can't really go wrong with any color. But I think what I'm gonna do is a little bit, like a little green gold bluey thing. So real quick, I'm just gonna pop in some, this is called Shattered. It's from Urban Decay. It's a little blue one. So I'm just gonna pop in a little kind of transition color right here. Just like that. And I'm actually I want it to pop a little bit more in terms of the color. So I'm gonna wet my brush, because what we talked about last week too, when you wet your brush for powder, the pigment, you can already see the pigment pops more. So I'm going to do that. Just like that. That's my transition color. And some water. I'm going to do it on this side. And I'm going to do some crazy makeup because I got a crazy wig on. So my eyes have to be as, you know, out there as my hair. Got to match. So here we go. Just dropping some of this blue. It's kind of like a teal colored blue into my transition area of my eye. Just like that. And that's kind of just like the crease going down into the end and up into, you know, mid-lid. Just like that. So now I'm going to put in, I've got this pretty kind of shimmery copper tone that I'm going to do the top of my lid with. Just like that. Kind of almost as a highlight. And I'm going to pull it into the blue a little bit. Just like that. And blend. And you know, I didn't plan this ahead of time, the colors I'm using for my eyes. So we'll see how they turn out. But that's the great, again, that's like the great thing about experimenting with makeup. You can't really do it wrong. I mean, you can. But, you know, as long as you have an idea of the color kind of scheme that you want, you can always fix it. So I'm going in with some dark blue, and I'm just going to cut the crease up here with some darker blue. And I'm just going to kind of pull it out a little bit. And I'm going to actually, I need like a brighter color. So I'm going to go in with a little of this gold just in here, just to pop my lid a little bit. That copper is pretty, but I need a little bit more highlight. So here we go. And I'm just dropping in that gold in there, just like that. And I'm also going to pop in a little bit more of that kind of turquoisey blue, just to give a little more definition. To the side of my eye. Just like that. Go. I'm also going to do a little something to above my eyebrows, just to give a little highlight. Just like this. And in the inner part of my eye. And that's just making my brow look more arched, giving it some definition so it doesn't look so dark up on my upper lid. Just like that. Here we go. And from here, I'm just going to put a little eyeliner on. Sorry I have to get so close. I'm really blind. And I kind of want it thick because the wig I'm about to put on is really kind of wow factor, like very bright colors. So I want to like make sure that my eyes don't get lost in the wig, you know, being so the way it is. So I'm just going to do a real thin pull out like cat eye to here. And I just maybe do a little under here, just like that. Just like a little bit more. Sorry, I can't see it. I'm trying to get it thin. Here we go. Just like that. I'm going to do it to this side now. Where's my little mirror? Here we go. My little mirror, helpful. There we go. I don't know if you guys all caught our Pride Parade yesterday, but if you didn't take a look at it, it's pretty awesome. Just like that, almost done. And now I'm just checking to see the two sides if they're even. I'm just gonna do under here a little bit like I did with the other one. Make it more of a kind of triangular shape. Here we go. Cool. I am gonna pop a little bit more definition into the eye because I'm just it's a little shy of what I need. So I'm actually gonna take a deeper navy color and I'm gonna go in here. Just like that. Go here. Kind of looking at my eyes to see if they're similar. I've got to, where'd I throw it? There we go. I'm just gonna fix this side a little bit, make it a little bit bigger, like the other side. Here we go. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna just mess with it a little bit more. I'm gonna put some of that copper tone up in here to kind of round out the look. It really pops the blue. And I'm just gonna drop that in there like that. Here we go. Maybe just a touch. There we go. And I'm just kind of going over what I did a little bit just to enhance it. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna really quickly put a little bit more yellow in, or the gold, like that. And bring it over into the blue and kind of blend it with that copper so it all kind of like goes together. It's almost like some sort of weird, some sort of strange bird. That was my strange bird sound. Here we go. All right, so now at this position, your makeup is done. Your hair is back. I'm going to put mascara on. Yes, I'm going to put mascara on. Okay. I actually might also do something to my eyebrows because my eyes are so, I kind of want to like match them. I think I'm going to make them a little, I think I might put some eyeliner in my eyebrow to make it a little darker color so that my eyebrows look more black, because it's not going to matter because my hair is rainbow. just like that. So I've decided, snap decision. I'm going to put a little dark coloring in my eyebrows. And I'm just using my liner for that. And I'm gonna just kind of trace my eyebrow line down. There we go. And I'm gonna come back in with a spoolie, which is that weird thing on the back of eyebrow pencils. I don't know why it's called a spoolie. It's an interesting word. I'd like to know where that came, the etymology of the word. So here we go. Dark black eyebrows. And here we go. I'm taking the spoolie and I'm just kind of brushing it out a little bit so it doesn't look like I painted them on. It looks more natural. Okay, there we go. Dark eyebrows, dark eyes, colorful wig. So I'm backing up a little bit because this is the point. So this is the wig. Now, all wigs have in the back of them this netting, these clasps that actually fit against it's to help adjust if your head is small, big, or whatever. So I don't know which one I need right now, so I'm just going on the second. There's like a second loop on here. So I went on the second with both of these. So now what you're gonna do, like the wig cap, let me show you. I'm turning it upside down like this with the front part of the wig towards my body. So then I'm holding it like that, like I was holding the wig cap. And at this point, I'm going to spread my fingers out. And I'm just going to, again, use my forehead as some traction. And then when I have it a little bit on, I can pull up that. And I'm not completely on, so I'm gonna go back under here and get my whole wig over my wig cap. And I'm just checking it under here. I get my ear out. Need that. And now this is the game of adjusting. So, and also masking. So I'm feeling around and I'm making sure that the wig is completely over the wig cap at this point. I'm also now want to make sure that you can't, with certain angles, you can't see the wig cap popping out because we don't want that when we're on stage. So also, sometimes when you have cheap synthetic wigs like this one is, she's not cheap, she's expensive. No, she's cheap. What you're going to try to do is right here with this kind of netting of the actual wig, you have to figure out a way to kind of mask it. And you can do that with bobby pins, our favorite thing. So what I'm going to do actually, because I want to make this frontal part look a little bit more natural. So I'm going to I want to bobby pin some of this hair kind of like that into the wig. So I'm just kind of styling and I'm trying to get it up in there. This wig is thick. All right, I got a spot. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so good. Okay, so you see what I've done. I've taken this, it's fixed this hard edge here, and I've poked it into the spot where the wig cap was kind of showing through. So I've kind of solved two problems with one pin. It's great. So now I'm going to try to do this to the other side as well, because I can see this is really bothering me. It's bothering me. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to, again, use this part of my hair, this synthetic hair. I'm going to capture some of my hair, and I'm going to pin it up into this part that I don't want to see, which didn't work as well as the other side, but that's typical. So here we go. And then you can also do stuff with the actual hair. Like if I want to do like a half ponytail with this wig, which kind of just makes it look more like, you know, my own hair. I can do that with more bobby pins, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull it like half back, just like this, and just stick a pin in it. And now you can see all the beautiful colors of the wig there too. And it just makes it look a little bit more natural. Yeah, right. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna pull this side too. I'm gonna take some of this pinks, and I wanna make sure that it keeps cascading down though. So go like that. And you know, always ask, you know, when you're doing wigs for theater, you want to get approval with anything you do or want to style the wig. You want to get approval from your director. And if you don't know how to style a wig, don't do it. Have somebody help you, because you can mess the wig up. And definitely never cut a wig unless, you know, you purchased it, it's yours, and you're messing with it, but not for a show. You definitely need a costume designer or somebody who's cut wigs before to do that for you. See, I don't like that pin right there, but I am trying to kind of like do something about this area of my wig right now. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little up and back kind of action, just like that. Just like that. Have some wisps coming through like this, and there you have it. We have a wig on. It's the end of Pride Month, so that is why this wig was chosen. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Next week, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to attempt to make myself bald and do the makeup for it. I might even try to do a whole, I have a fake mustache. I might do a whole like look, like guy look on myself, which you can definitely do if you're a woman and you want to make male features, which there's lots of roles in, you know, Shakespeare with women pretending to be men and stuff like that. So I can show you how to do that too. It's just a couple of things that we do to the face. But thank you, everybody. Tune in next week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.